What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, everybody? So we are back again for another episode review of Green Sugar Season 3, Episode 11. Your passages have been paid. Listen. First of all, we're going to start this video off by saying congratulations to everybody over there on the OWN Network and at Queen Sugar and Ava DuVernay, Charlie, Nova, all of y'all motherfuckers. Congratulations on being picked up again for another season. So we will be back again for season 4. Y'all know Ashley will be here. Okay? Bitch. That preview for next week took me clear the fuck out, because what y'all won't do is try to get Vi up out of here, okay? Now, it's one thing giving her a disease like lupus, which is an autoimmune disease that bitch ain't no cure for, and it's another thing to over here making her have what could be an anxiety attack because she's doing a lot, panic attack or whatever, that's mimicking a heart attack. Baby, what y'all won't do is try to get Vi ass up out of here. That's what you not gonna do, okay? Vi is a strong ass woman, okay? Vi is out here 60 years old, still making her dreams happen because she ain't taking no for no goddamn answer. Bitch, Vi is making it work, okay? Vi is an example that at no matter what age you are, you can still make your dreams come fucking true, and you can own shit, bitch, okay? No matter how late in life it is. And what y'all won't do is take that black staple away from us. That's what you won't do, okay? Moving on from that, now that I get that out of my system, let's talk about Vi. Speaking of Vi is out here, looking for Rhonda ass. Why is it just like for niggas? And I ain't even gonna lie, not even niggas, but people in general, because it happens all the time. Y'all know we got something important coming up, okay? We got something important coming up. This is important. So you need to be here by 9 o'clock. Not 8:50, no, not 9:01, not 9:02, not 9:15, not 9:30, bitch. I prefer you to be here by 8:50, 8:45, but be here by 9 o'clock so we can get this shit on the ball, because you know we got to film today. We got people coming. Why the fuck you show up late? Rhonda said, fuck this shit, CP time, okay? Rhonda showed up when half the interview was fucking over, okay? Now, Vi out here giving an interview about her whole Vi pie shop and all this stuff, and the lady coming in. I absolutely love the natural hair that's going on. When the episode starts off with Nova getting her hair done, bitch, I'm finna go get my shit done in the morning. Okay, but she was getting, I was like, bitch, you got sew in faux locks? But no, she was getting a piece put in there, the little ornament or whatever accessory put onto her thing, decorating the bitch up. And I was like, okay, cute, cute, cute. And then you got Vi with her look. Well, Vi had her wig on, so whatever. But the lady that came in there, you had Rhonda hair was nice, and then you had the lady who was interviewing her. Her hair was nice with the little thing. I said, oh, that is cute, okay? The wonders that African American and African hair can do, bitch, a lot, okay? We can jazz that bitch up and make that shit work, okay? Anyway, because we got body to our shit. But moving on from that before somebody take offense, get out your feelings. They just going over the day-to-day aspects of being in buy stuff. And like I said, she baked a couple of pies for the people, gave the lady a pie, talked about her aspirations and hopes and dreams and all this shit, her everyday life and how is it like. She said, baby, one of the things that I wish I had is to have enough ovens. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, this is when Rhonda bring her ass up, and I said, Rhonda, you ain't been here this whole time. Now you popped up. You better say something nice. And she did, and I said, good. I like that. And she was real with it. I said, y'all finna make me cry, because you was really finna give Vi some, encouragement. Vi took me out of a place when I really needed something, so she took me out the dumps, and she gave me an opportunity, and, she just... She's just showing me that, you can make things happen at any age, anytime. And, I'm just thankful to be working with her. I was like, oh, that's cute. We needed that little part, that little uplifting light part in this episode, because this was a heavy episode. Bitch, listen, Micah. God damn it, Micah. Nova and Micah. Well, let's just get Micah shit out the way. Because Micah just... Last week, the little friend got arrested at school. Come to find out, he's still in jail. He also has a brother that's in jail. I think he probably had a father that's in jail too. But you know, Charlie was at the plant. They at school talking about the whole thing, saying, "Is he gonna be all right? You don't think he up in there ratting and all this stuff?" I just want to know, did he say something? Because it's just awfully suspicious that all of a sudden everybody's being rounded up unless they already know that he rode with a crew. You know, because those said they came to my house too and they was trying to ask me questions, but I told them that they had to leave because my mama wasn't there. True. He was like, "Nigga, I know my rights." I said, "That's right. You can't speak to a minor without an adult present, okay?" Um, then all of a sudden, Charlie comes up in that bitch. They was like, "Yo, mama back there." He turns around, Micah turned around like, okay. They walking outside, and this is because while Charlie was overseeing the day to do everyday shit at the mill, Vicky bring her ass over there and was like, "Girl, it's fucked up that I gotta come to you with this mess." She was like, "Girl, what you talking about?" Listen, so I did some digging. I got a friend over there with the sheriff's office, and they saying that Micah is a suspect. He ain't the main one, but he's a suspect in the Sweet Bay fire. Okay, she was looking like, "Ain't this about a bitch?" So when she go up to that school, she wait until everybody comes. Ain't nobody behind her. You know, it's just Micah and her outside to try to cuss him out, or gave her her version of cursing out. To be quite honest, my you know Charlie half and half, right? She like Oreo, okay? You know, you can eat them separately and you can eat them together. They still bomb as fuck. But um the white side of her was more so on display this time because she was out in public, and with a hint of the black side because she was pissed the fuck off. And you could see it all up in her face. I said, "Oh, I swear to God, I thought the black mama was about to come out because the way she was walking with that look and that vein was popping out her forehead." I said, "Oh, she finna cuss this nigga out. And she finna pop his ass." She gave him a stern talking to. A stern talking to, I guess. And it didn't do shit. I said, "Girl, you gonna let that little motherfucker do that shit to you?" She said, "Did you have anything to do with that fire? Look at me when I'm talking to you. Did you have anything to do with that?" I mean, it was an accident. It was an accident. Do you know you can go to jail for that? That's trespassing. That's arson. That's a whole bunch of shit. It was like, "Well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that." I said, "Michael, shut the fuck up and let her talk to you, okay? Because at this point in time, you're still in the wrong. I don't care if it was an accident or what you were trying to do. You're still in the wrong. She's an adult. Let her talk to you, okay? She's parenting right now." He said, "Bitch, what the fuck?" I'm sitting here like, Charlie, you gonna let this little boy talk to you like that? She trying to do her best, which I feel like one of her best. You know, she did the classic black move. Like she ain't trying to embarrass and get make sure you know white folks around or whatever, so that they can say something to call the cops on your ass because you out here hollering at your kid or you discipline your kid. You know how they is. You know people don't like it when you knock kids out in public or whatever the fuck. So she had, and then she laid into that ass. It didn't do shit. It didn't do shit because that little motherfucker was standing right there. And while she going the fuck off about what she need to do and how she trying to do this, she said, "Don't think this is over. I got a meeting with the farmers and all this stuff." Micah is back there like this. And I said, "I know the fuck." She turned around and said, "I know the fuck." And I said, "Bitch, you better handle that." This was your opportunity, Charlie, to grab that phone and break that bitch. Okay, you paying for it anyway. All right, you or Davis, whatever the fuck, you can get him another one. Y'all got the money, but you take that shit. And if he would have got out, that's when you backhand that motherfucker. Cause he wanna act grown, you get talked to like you grown, and you get disciplined like you fucking grown, nigga. I was waiting for him to say something real smart to her. She didn't take the phone. He said, "I'm finna go over there to Auntie Nova. I'm finna go over there to Auntie Nova because she listened to me, unlike you." I said, "Okay, Charlie, handle this shit." He said, "I'm tired of this bullshit. You better watch your mouth." I said, "That's all you got, Charlie? Girl, you got just months, bitch, of frustration that's going on up in your ass. I wouldn't mind if you would have let it out on his ass because he was doing a lot. He was doing a lot. Just slap him one good time. So he'd be like, "I can't believe you hit me, Mom." You know, he would have turned like that. Y'all know how these little kids all of a sudden act. Girl, anyway. He go over there to Nova. Nova had to, he tell Nova everything that was going on. And he goes to Nova thinking that Nova is going to be 100% on his side. And also because he feels a connection with Nova, with him trying to come to terms with the fact of his blackness, and the injustices that we face in this world. And he's been on this road, on this path ever since what happened to him getting arrested with the cop. So they go through all this, and Nova is listening and saying, okay, what you did wasn't wrong, but what you did was you went there and you weren't organized. If y'all gonna do stuff, y'all need to be organized. Yeah, be out there for the people. Talk about your community. But what y'all did, whether it was an accident or not, you destroyed slave quarters. Those were the ancestors of the people who actually built that fucking plantation, okay? They built America. Those, you just silenced a few voices that lived in them cabins, okay? So what is the point? What was your point of going out there, okay? You're now organized. You don't have no point. You don't know what your intentions and all this stuff is. You have to have a reason for doing this, and it has to be clear. It has to be organized. It has to be this. I said, Nova, teach the motherfucking youth, bitch. And I'm so glad Nova didn't say, so, bitch, let's call the cops and let's turn your ass in. She was like, so what you want to do? You want to call the cops? You want to go to jail and be the first one to be up in that prison, the new prison that they finna build up? And gave him some real life shit while disciplining him a little bit, trying to make him see reality of the shit. He went over that thinking that Nova was going to just be coddling him and saying, you did the damn thing. And she even had to say, he was like, well, you do this and you did that. Yeah, I do that. Okay, I got my own faults too. All right, I used to sell weed to the Ninth Ward, the Pope people, okay? Bitch, I'm the reason why Two Sweets was the one that got in jail, because he got caught with my weed, all right? And that made Micah think like, damn, exactly. She's not perfect. None of the stuff that she got her faults and her guilt about her too. So, you got to shape up, and if you're going to do something, you have to do it right. Ain't no fuck these accidents and shit like that. Y'all was dumb as fuck for putting them candles right there, and then you put that bag right there. I said all it took was a okay, just to go like that, and an ember to just fly off that camera, and the thing to go up in flames. Okay, it's old. It's old as hell. All right, brittle wood and all that shit. But she put his little ass in his place or whatever. And then Charlie called Davis over there. Well, at least Nova tried to. Charlie called Davis over there to talk to the little motherfucker, and he ain't trying to talk to Davis, okay? It's understandable. Charlie said, bitch, we ain't here for each other, okay? You here to go talk to your son. Well, he hasn't called me back. He don't answer my phone calls. He don't answer my text messages. So what? Go up there and make him listen. That don't mean that you stop being a daddy, okay? Take your ass upstairs and go talk to him. So he go talk to him, and he wasn't trying to hear him. And it was like, I want you to do better than me. He said, bitch, I'm out here trying to fight for my community so I won't be like you. I said, now see, there is a difference. There's a difference. I was not here for Michael mouthing off at Charlie. Because Charlie, that's the mama. Charlie didn't do shit to you, okay? She's doing what she's supposed to do as a parent. But when he told Davis off, I was like, you damn right, Michael. You better tell him the truth. Because it was built up and Davis had it coming. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be a daddy to me and tell me what I need to do and all this shit when your ass out here fucking around and hurting people. Okay, that's all you been doing. You hurt my mama. You hurt me. Bitch, you hurt the daughter that you had. You hurt her by hiding her ass and probably wasn't even in her life the way that you were physically in mine. Bitch, fuck you. Okay? But he kind of broke down a little bit, saying how he felt like he had some type of power, like his power wasn't taken away from him when he went out there and was protesting the stuff that was going on, and it just went the wrong way. It was like because he felt powerless when that cop put that gun in his mouth and all that shit, and he was like, well, you ain't got to deal with that because the cop lost his job. He was like, well, you've been up in LA a little bit too long because the cop is appealing that. And it was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? They had a little come to Jesus moment, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And he come back downstairs and he was like, he'll be okay. Because Charlie was like, what happened? Why is it none of the actors on this show nominated for an Emmy or something? Bitch, I guess they can only be nominated for NAACP awards, and they better win them if they do get nominated, because the acting, this is some of the best acting that I've seen on TV in a while, because every character makes you feel the emotions that they going through. This episode alone, okay, just made me go like, God damn, I understand your pain. I ain't never been through this shit, but bitch, I can feel it. This is exactly how it probably feel like. You know what I'm saying? That look on Charlie's face, when that look of concern and so many emotions that was going on in her face when Davis came down, she trying to figure out what and trying to read him, because Davis looked like he just got through crying. I was like, nigga, what's going on? What happened? And he was like, he gonna be okay. And then she was in front of him just looking like, okay. And he reached out and kind of like tried to, the magnetism just came on in. I said, Charlie, you bet not. You bet this bitch doing it. I said, not laying on him. You know, I said, you gonna let this motherfucker touch you, and then you gonna touch him, and you putting your ears all up on his chest like that. Girl, fuck all that. Fuck him. He don't deserve that, okay? No, no, no. And at one point, I guess she realized that I was saying this, so she kind of pushed back a little bit and kind of think about what the fuck was going on. Bitch, let me just get off of them right quick. They fucked around with Charlie this episode, and I'm so over it, okay? We see Charlie, like I said, we saw her at the mill. She had a meeting with the farmers. You know, they was asking about Prosper. I forgot to put it in last week that Prosper, that back of his, he need that surgery, and he had opted out the surgery, and you know, it's getting worse. He was falling all over the place. He could barely stand up. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna get a little personal. Women issues. One time, probably like 3 months ago, it was around that time of the month. Cramps, bitch. It was literally the week before. I have never experienced cramps that bad that it went from my stomach to my side to my back. And when I tell you I was laying up in this bitch, tried to get up, you would have thought my ass was Prosper on that floor trying to get the fuck up, bitch. I couldn't get out of my bed because it hurt so bad to sit up straight. I said, what the fuck? I'm too young for this, bitch. I thought it's because I was fat as fuck. No, girl, it was because it was cramped. It was I said, what the fuck? Because the next day, the shit went away. I just couldn't do nothing that day. And I was so glad that it was my day off, because I would have had to call off. I would have had to call off. It was a lot. It was a lot. You know, but anyway, Prosper was in the hospital trying to get well. The farmers was asking about him. And these was the two I think that had to, you know, I think the only ones that was still, the few that's still with Queen Sugar, and they try to get the lowdown on what's going on with this prison, and if Charlie's gonna fight for them. And mind you, see how Charlie was lying like she didn't know about the prison being built and all that stuff, and she said, yeah, I'm gonna be the voice for y'all and all that shit. So when they do that, they go to Charlie talking to Jacob's mama. I guess Charlie is on board because she didn't get Colton's shares, and they was like, I can't wait to see what my brother face gonna look like when she see you sitting up in Colton's old chair and all this shit. And then when we vote or whatever, she just played it up like she really didn't give a damn about her brother, and he was an asshole. And you know, the daddy always overlooked her and gave her shares to him and all this shit, woody woo woo woo. So bitch, when they go up into the meeting on the board, she's saying like she ain't never been on the board and never voted and shit like that. They go up in there. I said Charlie had that big old Cheshire cat grin. I said, oh, all teeth and gums, everything. I said, girl, I just had a feeling in my stomach that this was not gonna end well, and baby, did they play the fuck out of Charlie. I said, you know why? This is why some people say you can't trust white folks, okay? And this was one of those reasons, because, bitch, not all of them, but some of them, they was grimy as fuck with what they did. Now, put down in the comments, because I'm not sure. When they came up in there, they was talking about the prison, had the little model out and everything. And so, when they was talking about it, you got Charlie just sitting there like, okay, bitch, we gonna go along with your little plan, but wait till we get ready to do this vote. And then even the sister came up and was like, okay, let's do the vote. And then Landry was like, we already did the vote. And it is what it is. And Charlie was like, wait a minute, fuck that shit. No, the bylaws say that you need to have everybody vote. So first of all, the bylaws said if I send out the memo and you get the memo, you put your vote in. If you didn't get the memo and you didn't get the vote, oh the fuck well. So you didn't get the memo, so that's what it is. Now when they said that they had already did the vote, Sam's sister was looking like, the fuck, just like Charlie was. But then when he started going more so in it, the sister was looking like, oh the fuck well, and got her ass up the fuck up out of there, and was looking at Charlie like, bitch, that's your loss. And I'm sitting here like, so did the sister set her up? Okay, put that down in the comments. Did the sister really set her up? Because that is fucked up. Fucked up. I said, God damn it, Charlie can't get a win for shit. Okay? They just pay her over with. I'm just like, God damn, she got to tell the farmers that the shit went through. Now they got to take it to the next place, the next higher up to go through that boat. It's just a mess. And I think next week they're going to find out that Charlie was in cahoots somewhat with Sam about selling the Queen Sugar Mill or whatever the fuck. It's just gonna be a mess next week. You want to know what tied me out? Nova, we gonna get her little part out the way. She was getting her hair done, and she gets a message from, I guess, the lady that's doing her book, and she was like, what the fuck? And then we see her with her friend, and basically she was like, she talking about something, she had a few remarks or whatever, and them few remarks look like a whole bunch of, bitch, this ain't it, I don't want this, I don't want that, no, you need to redo this, and all this stuff. That's what it seemed like she was saying. And old girl is like, basically what it sounds like to me is that you're writing about everybody else. She wants to hear about you. You got stories, and even picked up a newspaper article from back when they was in college, and they was protesting these fraternity who was doing blackface, and they stayed on the president's door until they did something about it. How Nova was scared about the cops coming there, even though she looked cool, calm, and collected, she was still scared, which is understandable. And she was like, it's just that I got stories, but she just has some things that only her family knows and that she's ashamed of and all this stuff. And the friend was like, so you mean Calvin? Calvin is the white Mary cop that we seen in season 1. And she was like, I mean, yes, but no, but him, yes, and some other things, okay? I said, what, you fucking your girl or your sister's man? Or was about to? Let me just say this. Remy can't get... What type of game Remy got? You can get the girl, but you can't get the draws. Because you sure ain't get Charlie draws, and you sure enough didn't get Nova's yet. And Nova is a freak. She would have gave them things up for the right price. I mean, for the right, talking conversation. God damn. Okay? But, they was like, just do that. And, after that little talk that she had with Micah, she went down there to the university where Two Sweets was, and he was working in the library, and it was really nice to see him, and they were really, that genuine connection that they had. And, she went on ahead and told, he's keeping his grades up, A and B student, 3.0 something or whatever. I said, look at you, little boy. All right, do what you gotta do. And she said, you know what, I want to apologize to you because the weed that was in the blunt that so-and-so sold to you, it was my weed. I'm the one that got you locked up. And he looked like he was about to cuss her ass out. But then he was like, you know what? It's alright. It's cool, He didn't feel no way about it. And I was just like, so you don't have to feel guilty no more, Nova. And he left her this encouraging message, talk about, you need to write about yourself, put your stories out there. And she started writing. I said, there you go, bitch. Now let's get on Ralph Angel. Ralph and Darla gonna get on my goddamn nerves, okay? Because what we not finna do is this custody shit. I'm not finna spend all these episodes. We got 2 more episodes now. Baby, something gotta give. And Darlene, you have to go, okay? This is what I said. This is what I said Monday on the Love and Hip Hop review. Y'all need to quit putting y'all parents and other bodies up into y'all relationship problems, because once y'all figure things out, they still gonna be pissed off about certain things, all right? And if you're gonna tell something, tell the whole truth, okay? Tell it all right? Don't be making people more mad at niggas because you didn't tell them part of the shit and left out what you done did or whatever the fuck. So they finna have mediation, baby. Darla woke up. She been crying. She cried herself to sleep. She cried herself awoke. You know what I'm saying? She in the kitchen. The mama asking, so you got all this? Okay. So you getting a letter from your sponsor? She said that'll help in the mediation to get you custody and all this stuff. And she's just all like cheery with it and talking to her like she's slow as fuck. And it was irritating me because I'm like, look at your daughter's face. Your daughter clearly is in pain, okay? She is in emotional pain. She looking like she been crying, like she about to burst out crying right in there, and you just went. Darlene was just focusing on winning. She was not focused on how her daughter may feel, because if she cared enough about how her daughter felt, she would have asked her before she set out to put that custody the social worker to bring to Ralph's house and do all the stuff that she did to set all the shit in motion. Okay, because 9 out of 10, that 70-30 shit, that was Darlene's stuff. Okay, that was Darlene doing. That was not Darla's doing, and I'm convinced of that after looking at this episode. They go to mediation or whatever, and Darlene is there with Darla. Ralph is there by himself. Okay, they going back and forth. You know, Ralph put that bomb down there and said, "Bitch, we ain't doing." Her lawyer said, "You know, we doing the 70-30. That's a generous offer." He said, "Fuck that. I'm going for full custody." I said, "Oh, wait a minute, full goddamn custody." I was with Darlene for a second. Full custody, Ralph. Wait a minute. How did we get here? And I'm just sitting here like, oh, y'all just ain't gonna make this easy on us, okay? You know, fuck the family. You know, because the family had the family fuck my husband. You know why? Because Darla, she fucked somebody else and Blue ain't Ralph's son, you know? And Darlene just was doing the fucking most, okay? She was talking for Darla. And it was just talking, which mostly was her talking for herself. So, at this point, you know, I'm just sitting here like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You going off about how he's not economically stable. Your daughter isn't economically stable on her own. The reason why she's somewhat stable right now is because you got her this job and you're paying for things. And that's because you know the people, because you heard how she was saying, you connected to this and tell so-and-so Leroy that I said, how you doing, and, you know, thank you for this and all this stuff. She got her all this stuff. You're the one that's popping in to check in on her to make sure she's doing all this shit that she's supposed to do. And what makes me so nervous for Darla, all this pressure and all this stress, it just had me thinking that she might relapse again because of it, you know, because of all of this mess that her mama didn't start. Okay? She was just going off about how he always bringing people in the house and, you know, men, women, and all these other people, and he a criminal himself and all this stuff, and you don't even know if Blue is yours. Okay, we want a paternity test. And she was trying to give out, like, she got a lot of ammunition against Ralph, and Ralph was like, I already took the paternity test. Darla looked up like, girl, what? Somebody said, you know, shout out to Woody. He's like, if it's not fair, no, I said it's not fair that Darlene was there with Darla, but he said, well, in a sense, it wasn't fair that Ralph went on ahead and took that paternity test without Darla, and he had his sisters around. No, that's not the same situations, okay? A lot of people do shit like that, and you already threw it out there that he may not be his, so I gotta wait. We're not even talking right now. I gotta wait for you to go take a paternity test. No, I'm not gonna do that. And if he wanted to take that shit by himself, that still would have been on him. He still had the right to do that. He didn't have to call her up or whatever. You put that bug in his ear that he may not be his son, and so that's what he went out to do. So the fuck what if he had his people there for support? She got her mama there for support. She always had her there. We just never really saw her like that. But anyway, he said, I went already ahead and got that done. He ain't mine. But my name is on that birth certificate, and I looked that shit up, and you can't take him from me like that. I said, oh, and I done seen some stuff. We done seen in the news cases like this where people that found out, niggas been out here, men been out here, let me stop saying niggas, men been out here paying for kids that were not theirs, but they can't get out of paying the child support because they signed the birth certificate. Ralph didn't use that shit. He didn't flip that shit. Now that it was always used in a negative. He didn't shit use that same thing for good for him. And I was just sitting here like, oh, we don't know how this shit gonna go. And then Darlene trying to talk to Darla. I was just trying to do this to protect you. You know how it is. You telling me everything that's going on, and then to see my daughter heartbroken or whatever. Girl, your daughter ain't without fault. It is what it is, okay? Now, Ralph could have been dirty and said, bitch, the reason why we up in this motherfucking predicament is because your daughter couldn't keep her legs closed and she couldn't keep that needle out her motherfucking arm. She couldn't keep her nose clean because, bitch, she was out here doing this, doing that, okay? So what is it? And to be quite honest, if we want to put it like that, you know, out of the two, Ralph do got the better home because he do have a better support system that's always there taking care of Blue and all that shit. But both of them are fucked up if you want to think about it. Darla, you did what you did. You missed the first few years of his life and had him in a crazy predicament. You know, could have got him snatched and all that shit because you was a drug addict. And Ralph, your ass was in fucking jail for the first 4 years of his life too. So both y'all ain't shit, okay? And that's coming from me. What the fuck? Anyway, that's Queen Sugar. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.